All right, here in the E34, I know we looked at the interior a little bit in the walk around video. If you haven't watched that, watch that. So the alarm goes off at 6:59 and 12:59. I don't know how to disable it. Somebody knows. I mean, it's good that it's working if you wanted to set an alarm. But just going through, I mean, you know, the BC button works if the date's right, the average miles per gallon, range, temperature, timers, arrival, distance, maximum. It's got all this stuff in here, right? So then also your trip computer does work. So the time is right here. If you go to temp, temperature works, miles an hour, distance, all this stuff. You know, it's definitely just really, really cool that it still works. Radio works as well. I mean, you know, doesn't sound like absolutely horrible. And, you know, you can obviously change, you know, do the balance and fader and stuff. Air conditioning is blowing cold. Right now it's a little warm out, so I got the AC going. You can see the compressor button here is lit up, and yeah, it just works. It works. Windows, let's show that real quick. So driver window, up and down. Passenger window, up and down. Driver rear, down and up. And then passenger rear, down and up. And no clicks from the regulators or anything. And then just to show you, sunroof, all the way back. It works. And then tilt works, which is kind of cool. It like curls up. It's kind of cool. I don't know. So, all right. All that being said, turn signals work, hazards work, lights work, everything works. All the gauges light up. You know, it's just, I don't know. It works, you know? Horn works. Okay, let's go. So, you know, driving this car, you know, I said real quickly that, you know, it amazed me how this car drives. To me, it just feels like it's the right size, right? You know, so here we're in first. Oh, right on AC. In a second. Into third. And it's an easy car to drive. It really, really is. So we'll go on one of my favorite driving roads. Turn off the AC. Maybe crack the sunroof here. So I don't like putting the drag on the motor. So yeah, I mean, you know, driving this car, right? It's just very, very fluid. Like it flows with the road. It feels like it's the right size on the road, right? When we tightened that steering box, it made a huge difference because honestly, before I was going like this. And I was like, nothing's happening, you know? So we tightened the steering box, which I know is a common issue on these. Oh, one other thing I didn't even point out. Hardwire for a radar detector. Hell yeah. I don't know if you guys use radar detectors. I definitely do, so that's always nice when I get in this car. And it works perfectly. And when you shut off the car, it shuts off. It's not going to drain your battery or anything like that. But yeah, overall, just a very, very easy car to drive. And honestly, you know, I haven't like totally whipped on this thing, but I mean, it seems to like it, you know, when you rev it out. And the one thing also I'll say about this motor is that the S38, it's definitely a bigger six-cylinder, right? 3.6 liters. But the thing that's cool about it is, I just love this car. The thing that's cool about it is, it still has that NA zing, right? So this even more so than like an S54, it feels like it comes on cam at like 4,500, and then it like pulls harder and harder and harder until you hit redline, which is like really, really cool. It reminds me of the S85 V10. So as we're about to get to my favorite road here, try and squeeze out in front of these cars because I don't want to get stuck behind somebody. All right, so we're approaching some curves here. Second. Yeah, and it just pulls harder and harder. So yeah, let's throw it into some bends here. Yeah, it just feels very composed. Accelerate out, 7,000 RPM, into fourth, just cruise, back up into third. And it's very easy to flip. You know, the throttle pedal feels really firm, and you got that cable throttle, which I love. Just gives you that great feel. Just tip it in here. Brakes feel great. Also, the guy before me put new pads and rotors on it all around. The car rides great too, honestly. So then just let it flow a little bit. Taking a left here. Flip down into second. Turn up here. And it flows so great, this car, honestly. car. It's such a special car, and I am definitely going to miss it. Down into second. Definitely need a big blip. You know, you definitely got to use your foot. And then into fifth. I'm flooring it, no clutch slip or anything. Down into fourth. Down into third. So you can see I'm working the gearbox. Everything's good. Down into second. Perfect. It's a lovely car to drive. It really, really is. And that motor is just, I mean, it's classic BMW, right? I mean, that's what we want. So, you know, the other things that we did to the car, so the Super Sprint exhaust, it's not loud at all. I mean, you can hear it. It's not deafening, and it doesn't drone bad at all. It's just a nice tone, right? It sounds good, which is something that I definitely enjoy about this car. You know, so I think that's probably going to do it. I mean, I don't know what more you guys would want to see. We'll go up into fifth there. You know, just cruising. Seats are comfortable. You know, you can get the radio on. Again, I'm going to put the AC back on because it's getting warm in here. But I think that's going to do it. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to comment below and let us know. Thank you.